guys, it's Break aka Beauty by Break, and I have a tutorial for you. It is a bite mark, like a zombie took a little chunk out of your hand kind of tutorial. Pretty simple. I want to do something easy since I haven't made a video in like, oh, I don't know, 8 months or something. So basic, you know, quick little makeup on. So if you like to see how I did this, just keep on watching. But first I'm going to show you what you're going to need. So I started out by drawing where the bite mark was going to be, just with a pencil. Then I took some latex on a Q-tip and started over top where I drew the pencil, and I went around it a little more because it's going to be a really fleshy, torn up bite. And then after a few layers of latex, I took some. This is a napkin. You can use toilet paper or any kind of paper you have. Just make sure it's thinner. Like you have 2-ply toilet paper, rip it in half, like so it's a single ply. And then I layer that on top of the latex. Put more liquid latex on top of it, and then let that dry. Put another layer of latex, a piece of tissue, another layer of liquid latex, and then let that dry as well. I think I did probably 3 or 4 layers of tissue over top of the latex. And this is really basic. You see this all the time with special effects to make wounds. Pretty simple. Then I just took some tweezers and I started tearing up the latex and tissue. Now I did some research online and I saw that the bottom jaw is going to make it more torn than the top jaw. Like the top jaw, you're going to see more of a teeth mark. Bottom jaw, it's going to be really fleshy. You're going to have flaps of skin. And then I just tore up however I felt it would look good. I ended up taking all of the latex and tissue out of the middle at the end. I didn't like it in there, so you just go by what you think looks good. Then I just took some cream makeup in a skin tony color and blended that over top of all the latex and tissue. It doesn't have to be perfect match to your skin because you are going to put reds and other colors on it, but get it as close as you can. And then I just took a powder over top of that. Like that. And then I took a yellow color, like a mustard yellow. Started inside of the wounds and kind of blended out a little bit. The more layers of color you put on this, the better, instead of just having one big block of red. Like here I added some more of a pinker tone, and now I'm adding the deep red inside of the wound. And the deeper the color, the more inside the wound you want it, if that makes sense. And then I just kind of blended that out of it just a little bit. And like I said, I ended up removing that middle piece of latex there, just to make it look really torn a little more. And then I went around the wound on the top of the hand. This is going to make it look a little more irritated. Because after all, you did get bit by something, like your skin's going to be irritated. And just blend that out with my finger. And then I took a deep reddish, purplish color, and that goes inside of the wound. And this is going to add depth to it. So if you, like on here, where I still have the latex, put that on there to make depth, to make it look more sunken in. And then just blended that out. And here you can see I ripped up that latex and now I have this piece of flesh hanging off, which I actually really liked. And then if it looks like I'm contortioned, it's because I am. This is a really hard angle to film. But I just went around the edge of the wound with that dark color. Just around the edges. I didn't really put that in the middle. As you can see, this is what it looks like now. And just added a little more around the edge of the top. Then I just took some fake blood. This is some cheap stuff. And smushed it around with a Q-tip. Like so. You don't want to overdo it with the blood. I mean, I see some effects where like the whole hand is bloody from one bite, but then you don't really see all the work that you put in it before you added the blood. So then I just took my finger and I tapped around, just because if you get bit by something, it's not going to be a perfect little bite. You're probably going to have smearing of blood. This is a gel blood. I love this stuff. It's blood scab or something like that. I don't remember the exact name of it actually. It's awesome. It does stain my skin though, I found. So that kind of sucks. I put it on my face one time. That didn't turn out very well. But on my hand it worked well, and I think it has a great effect. It looks kind of like jelly, but it looks nice and fleshy. And then this is the gelatin that I have a recipe down below how to make. I did add some yellow face paint to it to give it a kind of more of a pus kind of color. Don't really know what color I was going for exactly, but I didn't want it just plain. And I just took that on a Q-tip, little at a time, adding globs of it just to make it look like more infected type. Oh, and see here, I put veins around it as well. I didn't show you how to do that because my camera wasn't recording, but that was just with a Q-tip, brush, and I just made veins. And there you go. That's the final look. I hope you liked it. Pretty simple, easy. Let me know down below what you think, any requests for future videos, and goodbye.